Friends, hello and welcome back. So the Edmonton Oilers, a team that is, more than loaded on the offensive side, featured McDavid, featured Draisaitl, but there's been a lot of question over these past few years. What would really help this Edmonton Oilers team? A really good D-core, a really good defenseman, or a really good goaltender? So today we're going to find out. We're going to give the Edmonton Oilers Victor Hedman, and we're going to give the Edmonton Oilers Andrei Vasilevskiy on two separate teams and see which one would help these Edmonton Oilers out more here. So let's go and take a look at this Edmonton Oilers team with Victor Hedman playing some defense for the boys over here. They got Hedman, Barry, you got Larson, solid D pair here. Nurse, again, the D pair, we brought this up in our previous video. They got a very solid overall for their D pairs as far as the overalls are concerned. I shouldn't say, I guess that makes sense. As far as the overalls are concerned, 82, 84, 83, 85, 84, and a 91. So we'll see what these guys can do with a stud by the name of Victor Hedman on this team. Edmonton gonna be rocking Koskinen in net and Mike Smith as well there. So the 83, the 82 overall on the goaltenders, will that, be hold-upable here, maintainable for these Edmonton Oilers, since they did pick up a Victor Hedman? That's a big addition there, but you're still kind of weak on the goaltender area. But you know what? I think at an 83, 84, normally that's the range where you say, hey, guess what? Maybe they're kind of, if your team plays good in front of you, they'll play good type of deal here. We'll see if that works for these Edmonton Oilers. Right now, 6-4-2, finding themselves just outside of playoffs with Victor Hedman and company on this team. 10-4 there. They are jumping up there. Third place in the division now are these Oilers, looking pretty good there. Overtime loss to the San Jose Sharks there. Got to beat up on them Sharks. Did beat up on those LA Kings at least, so they got that going for them there. Looking pretty good. Crawling up to the top of the standings here, these Edmonton Oilers. It might have been all it took. Maybe that's all these bad boys needed was the defenseman. And the goaltending, you want to believe, you know what? It'll figure itself out with good defense in front of it. Right now, it's working. It is working, and it is working really well for these Edmonton Oilers. Currently in second place in the division, 22-11. Was sitting in first there for a second. Couldn't quite hold it down too long there, though. Headed into the trade deadline, though. Oilers looking pretty good here. Yeah, that's the trade deadline. Thank you for the notification. Now we know. That's great. Fantastic. Nashville, what you guys got? Big fat W. All right, sure. Whatever. Do what you got to do. 39 wins, 40 wins. There we go. You're looking pretty good. Team's looking good. Second place in the division. Heading into the final stretch here. Kings, Ducks, Knights, Avalanche. That's a tough stretch there. Minus the Ducks, which is the team we lost to ever so coincidentally here. Here we go, though. The LA Kings are a playoff team. What is this? Talk to me, EA. Talk to me about the logic in this game. The LA Kings are a playoff team. Quentin Byfield and company there got the job done, I guess. Draisaitl dropped 99 points, decent season. 80 or 98 out of McDavid, so he just beat McDavid. And, we noticed somebody brought this up in the comment section in a previous video. It's always kind of funny when you see the way some of these totals work here, because it should have been McDavid with the 65 assists and Draisaitl with the 45 goals, but it was actually flip-flopped here. 99 by 98. Hedman had 51 points and a +8. That's what we want to take a look at there. 51 or 58 points, I should say. A +8 for a defenseman. Best defenseman on the team, clearly there. And as far as the goaltending is concerned, that is the other question. How'd Koskinen do? 909 and a 916 out of Mike Smith. So Mike Smith did an excellent job of backing this team up here. And those are save percentages, which I'm finding to be average to above average so far, doing sims so far in NHL 21. So that's good numbers for those two to see them play like that this season. We'll see how the standings look here real quickly here. The Edmonton Oilers 101 points. So yeah, great season there. Just the San Jose Sharks did better in the Pacific. That's going to be a tough one to come up against there. But the LA Kings should be a team these guys can beat. 95 points. I don't know how the LA Kings even made playoffs. I think that's incredible. How'd the LA Kings go from as bad as it? I mean, I guess you should say it's incredible, because if you think about it, the LA Kings were a team that, before this year, you think like, oh, going into the season, they could be competitive, and the wheels just kind of fell off. Here we go, though. Edmonton up 2-1 in the series against the LA Kings. W. What do you got in game 3 or game 4? Game 5. We'll get it right. W for the Edmonton Oilers. We might be going to a game 6, fellas. Let's not make it happen. It's not. See you guys later, LA. Who do we got in the second round? These San Jose Sharks, right? Yeah, San Jose. Tough team. Best team in the division. Can the Edmonton Oilers upset them is the question. Right now, it's looking pretty good. Up 1-0 early in the series. Can they take game number 2? The answer is yes. An overtime winner. You'll love to see it. San Jose, what you guys got here? Okay, San Jose, thanks for playing. Thank you for playing San Jose. What you guys got? Arizona. Let's do it, baby. Arizona, once again, making noise. Even without Taylor Hall and company, making a lot of noise because the Edmonton Oilers are struggling right now against this Arizona Coyotes team. Gonna have to start turning things around here, boys. There you go. There's a W. You like seeing that right there. Game number, whatever you want to call this here, going into it. A W again. Beautiful. Okay, great. Love to see it. Looking good. Here we go. Edmonton still fighting for their lives here. We're going to sim up this game. Oh, no. What? I really did not hit A there. I swear. I promise. My controller just said, hey, you want to play this game? No, actually, we don't. We're going to go ahead, sim it up, and see if this game goes to Game 7. The answer is yes. Here we go. Game 7. Edmonton, Arizona. What you guys got, Edmonton? A big, fat L. Conference Finals bust. But Edmonton, they made some noise. They made a whole lot of noise with Victor Hedman and company making a deep playoff run here, and you'd like to think their future's pretty bright. It looks like the, what? The Buffalo Sabres, you seen it here reversed, are winning the 2021 Stanley Cup. Hey, they picked up Taylor Hall. You got Eichel, you got some young defensemen. I guess you see it. But let's go ahead and jump over to the Andrei Vasilevskiy at Edmonton Oilers. Team where the defense definitely different. Barry Nurse first line in it. Larson and Clefbaum second line. Jones and Bear on the third line. But the goaltenders, definitely a big change here. Andrei Vasilevskiy, the 91 overall. Vezina winning Andrei Vasilevskiy there for these Edmonton Oilers. Can this guy help carry this team to the promised land? Victor Hedman did a really good job. In all fairness, Victor Hedman, you say a third round appearance for the Edmonton Oilers, you can't go wrong with that. Bounced into conference finals, that's good. Was it 7 games? 7 games, 6 games, whatever it was. It is, though, what it is. You know, they played well. I can't believe Arizona and Buffalo played as well as they did, but, you know, that happens. What's going on here, boys? 7-1 to start the season. All right, sure. Why not? Edmonton, Vasilevskiy led, even better. You know what that means? They're like, you know what, Vasilevskiy, you're good enough. We're just gonna, you know, not play defense the entire game. Just sit on the blue line, enjoy life, wait for the puck to come on up. You know, you can play it to us because, again, not playing defense, so you're gonna have to kind of just flick it up there to us if you can. Or just score the goals. We'll be good. 17-6. Edmonton, top of the division. So far, looking like the better team with Vasi over Victor Hedman, but it is very, very close. And I think it's got a lot to do with the performance of the San Jose Sharks, who we do not see currently sitting at the top of the division this time around. Maybe it's got a little bit to do with these Edmonton Oilers dominating the league, though. 27-9. This is a team that's going to enter the trade deadline with close to 40 wins. Right around 40 wins. Right over, maybe? No, just short of 41. I guess you count the game they played there. But this team should be hitting a 50-burger mark this year, which is better than last season. Substantially here. Yeah, they're going to hit 50 easily. So Vasilevskiy, a big addition to the Edmonton Oilers. They said, yes, sir. Carry the D. Love it. It makes sense. Hedman's on the ice for half the game. Vasilevskiy's on it for the entire game. A little under half, I guess. They're, what, 25, 26 minutes a night. They get the playoffs, and he's probably like, yeah, I'll play 30 for you guys. That's why they made a good playoff run. Mickey D's with the 102 points. Did they get the points right this time's the question? The answer still is no. Apparently, McDavid's the goal scorer, and Draisaitl's the assist man on this team. I'm so confused by that. But here we are, 102 points by 87. Yamamoto stepping up for the boys. Nugent Hopkins up there. Ennis up there. What a season by these guys. Tyson Barrie ended up leading the team, 43 points. Let's keep that in mind. They did add Tyson Barrie this offseason, so maybe that's all they need. One little Tyson Barrie is just enough to help this team win a Stanley Cup. But as far as the goaltenders are concerned, Vasilevskiy, 915, 903 out of Koskinen. But we see a big step up there. The starting goalie, 915 save percentage. Pretty big there, 2.48 goals against. And that should be a Vezina winning season out of Andrei Vasilevskiy. The question is, can they carry that in the playoffs? We'll take a look one last time here, how these guys did standings-wise. 117 points. That was probably the President's Trophy, right? 117 points, yes. Andrei Vasilevskiy carries this team to a President's Trophy. Here we go. Colorado first round. Apparently, this is going to be a tough first round matchup. Colorado made playoffs via the wild card here. So we'll see what these Edmonton Oilers can do against a tough Colorado Avalanche team. So far, series split 2 apiece. This one's going to be tight. Colorado falls in game number 5. Here we go. Game 6. Thank you, Colorado, for playing. It was nice doing business with you guys, but we're going to go and head on to, wait for it, San Jose. San Jose giving us fits once again, it looks like here. Well, they didn't really give us fits first time. They actually sort of happened to, well, lose. So here we go. WL. WLW. That's the Reds Radio Network if you guys didn't know. 6-3. If you guys watch baseball or you don't have the slightest clue that is, if you're a hockey only fan, you might be like, oh, okay, cool. Good for telling me. Didn't ask. Here we go, though. Edmonton Conference Finals. Let's go, baby. Who we got? St. Jose. St. Louis. It's an S. The St. Louis Blues, a top team. Edmonton right now, 8-3 in playoffs. Looking promising, but the St. Louis Blues have upset on their mind. W for the Edmonton Oilers. So bouncing back here. You needed to see that. Edmonton gonna pick up another one here. This team's looking strong. The Andrei Vasilevskiy led San Jose Edmonton Oilers. I don't know why I keep that. San Jose's on the mind. Something about San Jose is just on the mind. But here we go. Stanley Cup Finals. Edmonton Oilers. Thank you, Andrei Vasilevskiy. Oh, let's go. Touchdown. Game over. My Blue Jackets are in the playoffs. This team is hot. I don't know, hot in the Sims to be clear here. I don't know what it is, but they've been simming up really well lately. Let's go, Blue Jackets. Edmonton, we're pulling for you a little bit, but the Blue Jackets are in the Stanley Cup Finals. You gotta cheer for the hometown boys who appear to not have the slightest clue what they're doing in the Stanley Cup Finals, to be quite frank here, because the Edmonton Oilers just swept the Blue Jackets in the Stanley Cup Finals, and adding Andrei Vasilevskiy is clearly the winning formula for the Edmonton Oilers. They need a goaltender more than a defender, according to EA, because Andrei Vasilevskiy said, how about a Vezina? I think. Let's take a look. He had to bring the Vezina home, right? Art Ross, Mickey D's, Memorial McDavid, or Ovechkin, Carlson, Narrow Norris, Lady Bing, Nikita Kucherov, Memorial, Draisaitl with the Conn Smythe. All right, so it didn't go to the goaltender. Draisaitl played well, I'm sure. We'll take it. Vezina went to Talbot. Okay, Jennings did go to Vasilevskiy for the fewest goals, but that appears to be it there. Andrei Vasilevskiy, more important than Victor Hedman. Is that the case over there in Tampa right now as well? I mean, that seems like a crazy question because the goaltender is super important on a team. But that is going to conclude this video. As always, would appreciate you guys considering subscribing. You never have to. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.